And I am going to start sharing my screen with you guys. Let's see, I think this is it right here. So let me know if you guys see the slide up there. It should say ready to learn. Okay, great, great, great. So again, I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us for tonight's webinar, Ready to Learn, with Mr. Casey Merchant. He is our guest facilitator. And during tonight's webinar, we're going to be showing you guys how to make learning fun at home. You're going to learn how to boost your child's reading, writing, spelling, and math skills from home, participating in a game, a fun game that the entire family can enjoy. I personally have played the game. Miss Blanchard has personally played the game. NRC staff has participated in it. It's a great way to bond at home with your family, have fun, do this kind of stuff maybe on a Friday night. So you guys are really going to enjoy tonight's presentation. We're going to have Mr. Merchant come and present. Then we'll have questions and answers. But if we don't have a lot of people with us, we can probably go ahead and answer questions throughout. I'll let Mr. Merchant decide how to do that. And after the conclusion of his presentation, we're going to talk about the upcoming webinars at the center. And I will be posting a short survey so you guys could leave feedback and let us know what you like, what could be improved, and other suggestions that you have. So let me go to the next slide. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the welcome and introductions. For the ones that are joining us already, with the exception of Miss Reyes, I know you guys pretty much know the NRC staff. But for Miss Reyes, who is new, and I don't think I've ever met you, Miss Reyes, but I'm glad you're here. Let me just go over our department. So the Title I Neighborhood Resource Center is under the direction of Mrs. Bernadette Montgomery. She is our district director in the Department of Title I Administration, and she is over parent and family engagement and Title I support programs. So that is who we directly report to. We work very closely with her. She's a wonderful woman, a wonderful supervisor, and she's always available to assist us or the parents. My name, for those who don't know, I'm Lenore Stafford. I'm a school social worker. And we also have Miss Rendy Blanchard. Say hi, Rendy. She is my right-hand partner at NRC. And, you know, we have a great relationship. Then we have Miss Thelma Branch, who's not joining us, who couldn't be here today. And Mr. Josel Aloma Fernandez. He's an interventionist. And actually today, or actually tomorrow's his first day of vacation, which is why he is not with us today. So I want to find out from you guys who are with us today, how many are parents. I think just looking at, I think Miss Raquel is a parent at Amelia Earhart, so welcome to you. We have Miss Snelling, who works at Andover, I believe. Isn't that right? I think you're at Andover. She's
yes.
Okay, welcome, welcome. Sometimes my mind is going, you know, I get old and I can't
That's
always
okay.
remember. So please forgive me. But Miss Snelling, she is a wonderful, wonderful community involvement specialist at Andover Middle School. She works very closely with the families there. She is a great social media person as well. So if you see a lot of posts about Andover or whatever, it's probably because Miss Snelling put it up there. And I know that we have Miss Cleo, who is also with us. I work closely with her. She is, I forgot the name of the organization you are with, Miss Cleo. And I'm not
Hi, sorry, my camera's off. Good evening, everyone. I am working with Nicholas Children's Hospital.
That's right.
I'm a program coordinator for school health, and I also I have two little ones at Calusa Elementary in Kendall.
Okay, that's right, Miss Cleo Nicholas. I'm glad you're here because a lot of the stuff that you'll be hearing today is easy for whatever grade level your children are in. It's great for adults as well. So this is a very important webinar. although it's educational, you'll see that it's also fun as well. So now let me go ahead and talk about our facilitator for tonight. His name is Mr. Casey Merchant, and you will see him in that picture right there with the lovely chair behind him. He is the co-founder and director of product development for Magnobrains. He has dedicated his life to making products that benefit a lot of people, just about all people, and he wants, to make the world a better place. So I met him earlier last year when he came to the Title I Neighborhood Resource Center. I was very impressed with him and the products that he had. Our center has purchased a lot of the things from him, and we are happy to share that with our parents. So I'm going to go ahead at this time and stop sharing my screen, turn it over to Mr. Casey so we can begin the presentation.
Oh, thank you. That was a lovely introduction, and I am so excited to be here. As you guys know, this is my passion, right? I'm a father of two and a husband of one. So, my wife is an educator. She's a professor at Miami-Dade, the Kendall College, Kendall campus, Department of Biology. And my background is in telecommunications engineering. And I was a stay-at-home father. And so a lot of the stuff that most moms had to do, I had to learn on the job. I didn't have a book to tell me half the stuff that I had to do when I was at home. And with my first son, the stuff that you're learning today, or you're going to learn about today, I did not know. And it's so important for us to understand how our children grow, develop, and learn. But most importantly, for everyone who's on the call, I want you to know that your child is gifted. Your child is special. And your child is gifted and special to you. Now, your child may not be labeled as gifted or special according to the school standard, but just understand that your child is gifted and special to you. It is your job to make sure that your child know how you feel about them, about their growth, their development, and who they are as an amazing human being. So I'm here today to share some very important information that's going to empower you, enlighten you, and get you excited about engaging with your children, about learning. Because parents, if you go to your child and you're trying to do something with them and you're telling them it's supposed to be fun, and then your face is like, right? They're going to be terrified. They're not going to want to do that. But if we make learning fun for our children and let them see how engaging and inspiring it can be, then they're going to want to do it. And so we want you guys to enjoy today presentation. It won't be short, and I promise you it will be extremely, extremely simple. I promise you. Okay. So, Miss Stafford, I'm gonna ask you to allow me to share my screen. I want to test something here, and
you should be able to share it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and share it because you are the co-host, so you should
Okay.
be able
Do you see the one that says Kendra Merchant? Can you allow that one to share as well?
Sure. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yes, I just
Okay.
did. Okay, I just did it, so it should come up.
So, I'm going to ask every parent, and even if you are not representing, you're probably representing the school district or whatever. If you're a parent, an aunt, or somebody who acts in that role, I want you to be able to say to me introduce your first name, and I want, if you have a child, no matter how old they are, your child's name, and tell me something exciting about your child. And we're going to practice that, right? Because we will spend the whole day talking about LeBron James and Beyonce and other people kids, and we don't talk much about our kids at all. They're like them. Like my mama never talk about me at all. So I want you guys to practice. When I don't care if your child is an A student, an F student, a Z student. I don't care what the label may be placed on your child. I want you to be excited about your child. And so that's what we're going to be really trying to drill down in today, and really getting you to understand the importance of that. Miss Stafford, Mrs. Stafford,
Yes.
did
Yes, and I'm
we?
sorry, Casey, Mr. Merchant, your screen is showing the ceiling. I don't know if that's what you meant.
No,
I know
no,
you're
no, no,
sharing.
no, no. We're trying to resolve that. So I'm in a little bit of technical difficulty with that
No
one.
problem. No
But
problem.
do you want me? Remember that video that we were supposed to show from Understood? Did you? Can you share
Let's
that with me?
see.
Can you share that?
I have to pull it up. So let me go and try to pull it up.
Okay. So while Ms. Stafford is doing that, can we ask the parents just to say their first name and to say the name of their child, and just say something excited, like you just use one word to describe your kids. Like, so I'm going to start with myself, right? So I have two kids. I have two children, Kyle and Chloe. We are the K family. So my wife is Kendra, I am Casey, and my son is Kyle, and my daughter is Chloe. So let's call us the K family, right? And I want you to know this awesome thing about Chloe. Now, Chloe is the youngest. She's 9 years old. She's in fourth grade. And something that Kyle never did that Chloe did. And sometimes it made me like, why is this child doing this? So Kyle, as a child growing up, never marked on the wall. He never wrote on the wall. He didn't use a pen and crayon. He never did none of that. And everybody would say he was a good child. Now, Chloe, on the other hand, woo-wee, she would take the pen, the crayon, whatever she could get, and she would mark that wall up from here till tomorrow, right? But if we don't learn how to interpret what our children is trying to express, we could think that they're being bad. No, I'm happy to say to you guys that Chloe is a budding artist. Yes, the other day she sold her first painting. Do you believe that? I didn't know that that was what she was trying to express as a child, her creativity. She has been blessed and endowed with all this creative energy in her mind, and she's trying to express it. Many of our children, they are very athletic, and so you're going to find that they're trying to express themselves in an athletic way. So what I want you to really spend time really enjoying and learning more about how your child learns and how your child is growing and developing, right? And that's what you want to share with your teachers. That's what you want to share with the school, so that they can better support your child in their growth and learning journey. My son is Kyle. He's 14. He's in high school. And I'm telling you, he is an amazing kid. But growing up, I tell you, that kid was not athletic at all. So you say, what was Kyle's gift? What was he doing? He loved to read. And I tell you, that was so challenging for us at night, especially for me, because he would want to read 3, 4, 5 books. He just loved to read. And so today, I'm telling you, this kid is just amazing in terms of how he is academically. So you're going to learn different things about your kids. But the most important thing, we all want to make sure that our children are meeting those milestones so that they are academically prepared to perform in school at the level they're supposed to be. And the strategies and the resources you're going to see today is going to enable you to empower and unlock and inspire your children in their growth and learning. Now, Ms. Stafford, did you find that video for me?
I was looking on another device to see if I have it. Only thing I see is the tracks. and the other form, but I don't see the link to the video in the emails that you sent.
Okay.
So I see the tracks one and the post and the new one that was revised.
Okay. Hang on. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to share the video.
Okay.
All
Sounds
right.
great.
Okay. So that everyone can see it. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
When my son was in first grade, he'd have this horrible stomach pain every morning. And it was almost impossible to get him to school on time, if at all. It was heartbreaking for both my wife and I. With the tears and forcing him into the car, and honestly, it was also exhausting. Having to turn around just 2 hours later to pick him up from school. I was worried. But at first we tell ourselves, it's fine. He's fine. It's just a stomach ache, right? I figured that I was overreacting. But the stomach aches only got worse. And we had to admit that something out of the ordinary was happening. It was hard, but taking a second look at why our son was having stomach aches opened a whole new world to us. We could finally start figuring out just how to help him.
All right. So guys, it's imperative that we spend time learning and understanding our children and how they are responding to the environment, to different things that they're experiencing, so we can better help support them. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go and share my screen with you. And let me see here. Okay. All right. So can you see that right now?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone who is participating today is going to get one of these card games. Okay. So we're going to play a simple game, and then we're going to go into some activities and explain to you what is it that we're doing. So as a child grow and develop, the child needs to develop vocabulary skills that's going to help them to read, write, spell, and that grows over time. So usually in between kindergarten and first grade, our children are learning about phonemic awareness and identifying the letters, the sound the letters make, and how those letters blend to make specific sound, which then gives us word, and how those word tells us meaning and bring meaning to what we say and what we do. So what we have here is the letter A and T. So I want everyone to participate. So we're all right now in kindergarten and pre-K, okay? So just work with me here. We're gonna have fun, okay? So with these two cards, what we have is A and T. And who can tell me what sound does the letter A and T make? Can I have a volunteer? Unmute your mic and say.
A or A.
So what sound does A and T make together?
At.
Not at, but at. Don't drag it. The A is at. At. Now, I'm going to add a letter, and I want to see if you can tell me what word will that make. Now, I'm going to add the letter. Bear with me here. So, what word does that make? Who want to be my volunteer?
Fat.
Fat. So just by adding a letter to the front of at, we were able to make another word. Isn't that easy? As easy as peasy. Now, since we have so many smart kids in this class, I'm going to swap that letter out. And I'm going to add another letter. Who can tell me what word does that make?
Rat.
Correct.
There you go. So in a simple, fun way, we're showing the child that simply A and T make at. Just by changing the beginning letter, we get a new word. And so with these games and cards that you're going to get, you're going to be able to bring all that notes and all that stuff that you're learning in school and in these books to life. We're going to make it more fun, more engaging. All right. So we have at. So at. So we're doing what we call level 1 words or single syllable words. Now, let's see if we can make a 4-letter word and see which of my smart students. So we're going to still keep the last 2 letters at, and we're going to try to make a new word using 2 different letters. So we're doing level 1 word. A level 1 word is a word that is between 2 and 4 letters and has 1 syllable. Okay? At, mat, cat. So right now, pretend we're working with pre-K to kindergarten level kids, okay? And maybe first grade, depend on the child's learning development. So I'm going to do 4 letters, but I'm going to still have the letter combination at in it, okay? Okay. So if I put C-A-T, and what if I add the letter which of my students can tell me what word is that?
Cats.
Cats. Now, as you can see, we still have the at sound. The only difference is now that the at sound is in the middle. So what we're learning is teaching the child basic understanding of word building, the building blocks, the fundamentals. So they have all this text written in the book, but the child does not have a clue as how those words are formulated. And so we're teaching them simply in an activity how to decode, how to create those words. So I'm going to do a different letter just by changing the first letter. And what word do we have? Can I have one of my students there? Which word is that one?
Hats.
Hats. So you see, all I did was to change the first letter in this case, and I got a different word. And as you can see, can you get one of my smart students to tell me what word is that?
Bats.
So make it as fun and engaging for the child. So what you want to see as you change the letters, you want to see if the child is retaining, well, wait, if ATS is ats, and all I did was to remove the front letter, if all I did was to remove the first letter, B, bat, and I put it with R, you want to see if they can easily differentiate and distinguish. Okay, if ATS is at, I know what the sound R makes, and if I put R in front of those letters, it's going to make the word rats. What you will do now is show them what we call in English phonemes. Now, in English, we have 26 letters, but we have what we call 44 phonemes, meaning that there are different letter combinations that produce different sound. So the A and I letter combination, when the child see those two letters, is not A, E, but when they see those two letters like that, is always, most times, it's going to be A, one sound. So let's do this. I'm going to put the letter R and the letter N. Now, what word would that make? And so, can you get one of my volunteers to tell me?
Rain.
Rain. No, be very careful, because one of the mistakes we make as parents is we say, tell the child to sound out the letters. That's sometimes good, but not all situation. Because if you tell the child to sound it out, this is what we're seeing, a major problem in the school. The child is going a, e, No, you don't want to do that, okay? You want the child to know that A and I, when they see that combination, is always A. So pretty much the I is silent, so it gets the long sound, A. So it's A, rain. And that's what it creates. So I am going to swap out the R, and I'm going to give you a different word using those same AIE. And you might see in your child's book, it's the two-letter combination is regarded as a diagraph. Okay, so as you can see, the AI is still in place and the N is still in place. So I know ain, I removed the R, it was rain. So if I add P to it, what word is that? What word is that, little Stafford? Little Stafford, you tell me, what word is that?
Pain.
Pain. There you go. So you want to see if the child is actually what we call developing phonemic awareness, where the child is actually seeing that certain combination of letters are making a specific sound. So as they start seeing more words in frequency with certain combinations of letters, they should be able to decode those words and be able to say the words faster. Because if they can't, if your child is in kindergarten or first grade still saying pa, a, e, when they see every word to try to break it down, then they will never become fluent readers. So we want to make sure that their vocabulary is so fluent that when they are ready to read, they're not focusing so much on decoding the words, but they're focusing on the context of the story. And we'll talk about comprehension. So they're focusing on the who, what, where, and why, and not the words itself. So I'm going to change. I'm going to make it even a little bit more challenging this time. All right, are you guys ready? Look at this one. So we still have AIN, ain, that didn't change. Now we have a 5-letter word. But even though it's 5 letter, it's still a level 1 word because it's 1 syllable and it's between 2 and 4 letters plus and minus 2. So this is still a level 1 word. This is what your child will be learning to decode in kindergarten, okay? So this is still a level 1 or level 2 first grade word. So Miss Randy, my little Randy, Miss Randy, can you tell me? Train. Now, train. Now, the child already know that AIN is ain. So please, parents, watch the technique. Don't tell the child T-R-A-E-N. No, T and R, ter, and A-I-N, ain, terrain, train. So teaching them how to blend the sounds of the combinations of letters is critical to vocabulary fluency, which is going to help them in reading and also in all the other subject areas with math, because with now math, there's more reading than just computation. So I'm going to play now a level 2 activity. Now, so let's say we move from uh, a kindergarten, pre-K to early first grade. Let's say we're working with a second grader, because I know some of you guys have older kids. So I'm going to show you something. So I have my my little assistant here, Dr. Merchant. She's here. She assisted me here. So I'm going to play a game. So this is how the game is played. And this is what you can do for the older kids. Now, in this game, when you get the game, there are 4 colors. They're green, purple, orange, and blue. Now, the green letters are worth 2 points. The purple letters are worth 3 points. And the orange letters are worth 5. And the blue letters are worth 7. Now, are you guys ready? So here we're going to play a game with Dr. Merchant. So as you can see, we're going to have the deck of cards. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to give her 4 cards, and I'm going to take 4 cards. So 1, 2. So when you're playing collaborative learning, you can play between, you can mix it. If you have kids between different ages, you can play this exact same game, but just expect that not every child is going to be able to give the same level of word. Now, a level 1 word is a word that has 1 syllable and is going to be between 2 and 4 letters. That's a level 1 word. Now, a more complex word like a level 2 word is going to have 2 syllables. Like run is a level 1, but running is a level 2 word. So now, oh, can I spell a level 2 word? So again, run is the base. What I add to running to make running a bigger word was to add a suffix. So now I'm going to play a game. And this is if you're working now with more advanced students. So we're going to step it up a little bit more. So my assistant here has 4 cards. So in this game, each player or participant has 4 cards. I'm going to put one of my card down. Okay, and this is a concept called first letter queuing. First letter. So I put a letter N down. So let's say I'm a second grader. So I'm going to think of a level 2 word, bigger word, because the more letters the word has, the more points I earn. So I'm going to say my word is nightmare. Ooh. Okay. So because my word starts with N and N is a purple letter, I get 3 points. Okay. So my assistant is going to write the word nightmare for me. Okay, so that word is a level 2 word, nightmare, 2 syllables. Now, because this word, pay attention to this word, you notice that there are certain letter combinations that you cannot just, you are seeing that there are certain blends of sound, which is going to be a little bit more challenging for some children to spell that word. So once the child write the word, the child say the word, have the child write the word. It doesn't matter if the child write the word incorrectly. What you want to see is how the child know how to spell that word. So we say, think it, say it, write it, check it, use it in a sentence, get it. So first say the word, then have them write the word, then you check the word to see the spelling. Look at how they spell the word, and it would tell you what part of the word is giving them a challenge. Okay, so my word is nightmare. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters. Ooh. So because my word have 9 letters, I'm going to score this word. So in the game, that when you get the game, you're going to see how to score the game. And then we're going to show you videos that's going to explain how the scoring system works. So nightmare, so we're just using it as a learning tool now. So nightmare, okay, because my word is a purple letter, so I write 3. And because it's a word between 2 and 9 letters, I also get another bonus point of 6. So a word between 2 and 4, you earn 2 points. A word that's between 5 and 8, you earn 4 points. And a word that is between 9 and 12, which is a level 3 word, you earn 6 points. So my word is worth 9 points based on the cards that Kendra has in her hands. She's going to try to beat my 9 points. So she's going to try to use one of her cards. Okay. And what is your word? So she's going to write her word down. So again, observe how the child is writing the word. It's not just regurgitating what they're seeing in the book. We want to see how, so we can help guide them. So in this situation, she write the word questions. Now, if your child wrote this word, and let's say they wrote the word Question. So as you notice, the U is not very pronounced in the word question. And that you're going to see in some cases when the letters are not pronounced in the word, the child may not spell it correctly. That is okay. What you want to do now is write the correct spelling for the child and count the letters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next time when the child writes the word question, and if they spell it without the U, and you said, remember, when you wrote that word, it had 9 letters. This time you wrote it has 8 letters. What letter is missing? And have them go back into their memory and try to remember how. Well, I wrote it and there was a letter that was missing, because we have to ensure that the information is staying in their brain. It is actually staying in their minds. What we are seeing is that we do so much information through the day, but then when we ask the child to write these words, they're having difficulty remembering how to write them. So these games are designed to help them reinforce the knowledge that they already learned. So we're not giving them new information. We want to see what's here, and we want them to demonstrate it. So question, so because Q is a orange letter and you get 5 points for a word that starts with Q, she's going to write the number 5. Plus, because question has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters. It's a word between 9 and 12. You get 6 points. So 5 plus 6 is 11. So now you see the child is doing some math, they're doing some computation. So we're activating as much part of the brain. Remember, we're not giving them new information, we're getting them to reinforce what they already know. So, okay, because my word is worth 9 points and Kendra's word is worth 11 points, who wins that round? Which number is bigger?
11.
11. There you go. So the person with 11 would take those 2 cards and they will put them out of play, and then we'll go another round. So I'm going to go one more round just to demonstrate. So in this case, I'm going to put I. Oh, well, because Kendra won, she's going to go first. So, all right, she's going to go first, and she's going to write her word. So she has the letter F. Because it's a green letter, she's going to get 2 points for that. So what's your word that starts with the letter F? So have the child write the word, think it, say it, write it, check it. So she wrote the word friend. So let's say you were working with a 3rd grader. In English, we have what we call prefixes and suffixes. Okay? But we also have what we call compound word. Who can tell me what can I add to friend to make friend a bigger word so I can get more points?
Friendship.
Woo! I have some smart kids in this class. Okay, so we're going to add friendship. Good job. I know I had some A students in this class. Okay, so we have the word friendship. Now, friendship is a compound word. It's a type of word, meaning that it's a word that has 2 what we call base words. And those 2 words combine to make one. So that's one of the things you want to see if the child is remembering those concepts, because that's what they have been taught. And so we want to make sure that they're reinforcing those concepts. So the word friendship, so count the letters in friendship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we know that there are 10 letters in friendship. What you will find with some children who are having phonemic issues and spelling issues, sometimes, and that's natural because even as adults, we make the same spelling mistake. You will tend to see they leave out the I because they're not hearing the letter I there. They're here friend. So they leave off the I. So make a note of that, what letters they're missing, they're leaving out. So when you correct them, allow them to write the incorrect thing. That's fine. Allow them to write the incorrect thing. Don't tell them that they're bad and they're not smart or whatever. Notate what they're getting wrong. So that's when you can take that information to the school, to the teacher. Okay, so please make a note of that. So that way you can tell the teacher what type of word or what type of phonemic structure the child is struggling with, so the teacher can support the child in that area, even when the child is at school, and give you additional strategies and tips that you can use. So we're going to score that word because it's a green letter. You get 2 points. And how many letters it is? So it's a word between 9 and 12. So it's a level 3 word. So you get 6 points for that. So that word is now worth 8 points. Now I want to win this round. So I have to think of a word that is bigger than that word. So this is what we're expecting from our 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders now, right? So I am going to put the letter I. That's an I. And my word is going to be a very big word. Okay. I am going to tell you my word. Okay, ready? It's institutionalization. So, can you write the word institutionalization? So, in English, English function in a particular way. You have what we call a base word. So the word institute. Institute. So when I think of that word institute, I'm thinking, how can I make the word institute even bigger? Institution, institutionalize, institutionalization. So what you're going to do, you're going to write the different variation of this word. So you're going to write for me institute. So institute, right, has 3 syllables. Institute. So you want to break the word down for the child so that the child can see that there are different word segments within that very big word. And it's a word that they're hearing and they're seeing in their notebook and their textbook, but we want to see if they're actually storing the information here. So what you're going to do, you're going to show them how the word grow as you add the suffixes or the prefixes to the word. So because institutionalization, how many letters does institutionalization have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 letters. Do you believe that? That's awesome. And I know your kids can do it too. These are words that they're learning in their notebooks, in their textbooks. And so we want to make sure that they're retaining the information and we're making it a fun way for them to demonstrate that they're retaining the information, but they're also reinforcing the information. So the 4 R's of a successful learner, parents, write this down. The 4 R's of a successful learner is first, to relate. Make the information relevant. Make it relatable to things that they can understand, that makes sense to them. So the first R is relate. Then retain. We learn, but it doesn't make sense. We do all that work and we're not retaining what we're learning. So relate, retain. Then recall. I know the information is there, but many times the kids don't know how to get it from the mind to the paper. So we're going to try to recall the information. The parent tell me, Casey, I know she knows it. I've seen she does it. But guess what? She might have it or he might have it here, but they don't know how to pull the information out, to retain it, to recall it. Okay. And then the next thing, parents, here is where you come in. You get to reinforce it. So mom, dads, aunt, and uncle, when we plan our game night, we're going to play some exciting games to boost the power of our brain. So that's what we're doing. So my word is start with an I. So it's 2 letters. 2 points. And because remember, a word that is between 2 and 4, I earn 2 points. A word that is between 5 and 8, I earn 4 points. A word that is between 9 and 12, I earn 6 points. A word that is between 13 and 16, I earn 8 points. And any word that is over 17 letters, I'm going to earn 10 points. So the more you know is the more you earn. So my word is worth 12 points. So that means which word is worth more? 12, institutionalization, or friendship, which is 8. Who can tell me?
10.
12.
12. There you go. 12 is bigger than 8. So the person who scored 12 points, that's the winner. And they take those 2 cards. And you keep playing like that. Now you can break it down in different, based on different topics, different concepts, different phonemes. It depends on the different phonemes you're working on, and we're going to send that information out to you as well. For everyone who is here, I have sent some information out to Miss Stafford. So I'm going to share something with you, and let me just share this with you quickly. Bear with me quickly here. Okay, I'm gonna challenge everyone who's on the call. Everyone is here. All the parents is here. I want you to get all excited. Now, I'm gonna say, Miss Stafford, we're gonna do a competition. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do one letter. First letter queuing. We're gonna see who can type in the chat box the fastest. So I'm going to show a letter, and the person who types the first word that starts with that letter, right? But the word has to be a noun. That can't be somebody's name. Okay, so listen to the rule. It can't be somebody's name, and it must be a. It must be. I'm getting some instruction here. A person can be. It can't. It. We don't want it to be the name of a person. No name. No. 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 No.
No
No
city,
name. No brands. No
no
brand.
proper name.
No. No proper noun. So it can be like a brand of a box of Cheerios or something like that, right? So we want academic vocabulary, the words that they're using in school. Okay. So, but this word, it has to be 2 syllables. So it has to be a word that has 2 syllables. You ready? All right, I'm going to show the card, and we're going to show the card. Are you ready? And the first person who types this word in with 2 syllables, okay, it has to start with that letter, will get, Ms. Starford, I'm going to leave it at the office, is going to get a box of the roll and spell game. Are you ready? All right. So after 3, pay attention. You're going to see the card. All right. My assistant, show the card. The first person to type that word, it has to be 2 syllables. Are you looking at the chat?
Yes, I'm trying to see
Okay.
who's going to be the first one. Okay, it was, Deborah, our community involvement specialist. She wrote terrain. Yay.
All right.
Bill was next, and then Tracy, another one. Yeah, you guys are on the ball.
Tracy has the longest one. Tracy has the longest one.
Yeah. Well. That one is
20.
longer, but remember the rule was that to be 2 syllables. So let's see. Terrain.
Yeah,
That's 2 syllables.
that's
But
right.
let's look at tranquility. How many syllables does the word tranquility has?
4.
It's tranquility.
4.
Actually has 4 syllables. Okay. So I won't go too much in depth in terms of the syllable concepts. Those are stuff that your child is learning. Again, we're not giving you information. Just by playing the game, they're going to reinforce those concepts. If you find that the child is struggling with a particular concept, then that's where you can go and work with the child teacher and let the teacher know where you think your child can get additional support. Now, I'm going to show you something quickly, and then it's now 6:53, and I know we're running out of time. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to share something with you quickly. Hang on for me 1 minute, please. Just bear with me. I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay, I'm going to share. Okay. Okay, parents, can everyone see this? What I'm showing right now?
Yes.
Okay. So in pre-K, the child is learning about single syllable words. They're
I think
learning
it's
their.
coming up because mine is.
Oh, let me close. Let me try it again. Is everyone seeing it now?
Yes.
Okay. Now, parents, please pay attention. This is imperative. For our children to be successful, we have to do this with them. In kindergarten, between pre-K and kindergarten, your child should be leaving kindergarten fluent enough with certain basic single syllable words. Cat, dog. So if you're playing the game and you're doing activities with them, if I gave them 3 cards with the letters D, O, and G, and I say, make a word with that, we want to see the child can easily say, okay, I have 3 letters, D, O, G, O, G, D. No, that's not a word. G, O, D. That's a word. If they flip it around, God. If they flip the letters around, they get dog. So we want to see if they're able to reason, if they're able to think. We're not giving them new information. They are supposed to have gone over that information. What we want to see is that make sure that we're seeing that the child is developing the vocabulary skills appropriate for pre-K. So by the time they reach the kindergarten, their vocabulary fluency has grown in terms of level 1 word. So a level 1 word is a word that is 2 to 4 letters plus or minus 2 and might have and would more likely have 1 syllable. Cat, dog, book, chair, pens. Those are single syllable words. Those are level 1 words. You see that right here? So as the child progresses, we are looking at the fluency chart and we want to see how fast they are able to process those words. So those words by 1st grade, they should be processing those words just like easy, no issues, okay? So a level 2 word is where the child is processing word between 5 and 8 letters, and those words are going to be 2 syllables. Book, booklet, okay? All right, so we want to see how well the child is utilizing and developing the vocabulary skill that they're developing, because as you can see, it's a building process. If they are fluent by the time they get, as you can see, their level 3 word, their level 2 words are growing. So by 2nd grade, their levels, they should be fluent with their level 1 word and their level 2 words. And as they're developing in their level 3 words and level 4 words, you see that's growing. So the level 3 word is going to be more complex word that are going to be between 9 and 12, okay? 12 letters. And those words more like are going to be words with 3 syllables. So by the time your child reach 5th grade, your child should be fluent in reading what they see on text or writing what's in their mind, words between those different categories. So a word, when you're doing an activity, we're focusing on their ability to spell the word from memory, decode the words as written in text if they see it on a piece of paper, or they see it in a story. We want to see how well the child is able to read that word as they're fluently reading multiple words in a sentence. Organizing words in parts of speech. So when you ask a child, tell me a word that starts with T, but the word has to be a noun, and the child says talking. Now, is talking a noun? No, talking is a verb. So you want to see if the child is able to differentiate the words that they have in their mind. What part of speech is that word? And then, of course, their ability to write that word. We want to see how fluently can they write the word. Because when they sit to write a sentence, a paragraph, the faster they're able to process that information is the better they're going to be prepared to do well in school. So I'm going to stop here right now. And Ms. Stafford, I'm going to allow for any questions. I know we're running short on time.
Okay, well, you guys, if you guys have any questions, we can go ahead and start taking questions. I want to let everybody know that we are going to be sharing everybody who participated in today's this evening's webinar will be getting the deck of cards. Do you have a picture? Can you hold it up, Mr. Merchant, to show them if you have the case? If not, I'll show what it looks like. If you don't, it's fine. Yeah, if you don't respond.
Yeah, I'm getting one. Sure.
That's fine. We're gonna give everybody who participated that, and also we have a tracks poster for you guys that Mr. Merchant shared with us. I can show that to you guys. You'll be getting that as well. And to the lucky winner, we have a roll and spell game that you'll be getting. So if you have any questions, now's the time. You can unmute yourself. You can ask questions. I can tell you again that I personally played this game at home with my family. And parents, don't get overconfident thinking that you know all the words and you're going to win, because it's also about strategy. Thinking of the letter, the color of the letter that you're pulling, how many words, adding prefixes and suffixes behind those words. That's what counts. And when I played this game, my son was, I think he was 8 years old. And I just knew I was going to win. And he beat me because he was able to think about suffixes and prefixes. So you're going to have fun with this game. Let me see. Do we have any questions in the comments section, Randy? Are you able to see? Let me see if we
Yeah,
do.
I'm looking. It was like, thank you, excellent workshop. They're just thanking us. But we also gonna have it in the second part's gonna come in November
I think it's the
23rd.
24th. Is it the 23rd? It's a Tuesday night.
It's a Tuesday, just Tuesday of the week of Thanksgiving.
Right, at 6 o'clock.
We have
And
the
again,
second part.
Mr. Merchant is going to join us again for that, and he's going to be sharing the information. And, like I said, you guys will also be able to get this actual deck of cards to go home and enjoy it with your family, enjoy it with your kids, like Mr. Merchant showed us. If you guys need additional directions or help with playing the game, we're available at our Title I Neighborhood Resource Center. For the CISs that are on this webinar, we can actually show you guys how to use those card games with the parents at your school. So we're available for that as well. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and tell you about the upcoming webinars. Thank you again, Mr. Merchant. It was a wonderful,
Thank you.
wonderful
It was great to be being here with you guys. It's awesome.
Yes.
And I look forward to doing even more amazing things with you guys. Parents, I just want you to be excited for your children. Listen to me. We are their greatest advocate. So I tell you, parent, P in parent stands for be patient. The A in parent mean you continue to be an advocate for your child. And the R, be responsible. It is imperative that you do your part. And the E, be engaged. Find out what's going on for your child and get involved in your child's growth and development, not only in sports, but in their academic development. Most importantly, parents, the N in parent means nurturing. Be nurturing. Be that source of sustenance for your child. Even when things are not perfect, let them know that because you are there with them, it's going to be better. And the T, oh my gosh, parents, I ain't got time. Make the time.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy.
So everybody's going to get an email from me with the free downloads for the TRACS program, information about how to come and pick up your gift, which will be at the center. Usually Wednesdays are reserved for gifts. So between Wednesdays, 12:30 to 3:30, you can come. Either you can come tomorrow or next week. Probably next week is best, but I'll send you emails about that. I'll send you the survey in the via email as well, and certificates of participation. CIS, don't forget, when your parents participate in the webinars, you can count it on your monthly report. So right up here, you're going to see the next set of activities, which is Introduction to Family Financial Literacy tomorrow morning, 10:30. Then Miss Blanchard's webinar about Family Values Matters, which is so important. It's another family event for parents to learn how to implement a lot of the core values in the home with your children. We're going to have a special guest presenter talking about childhood anxiety the week of November 2nd, and those webinars will be in all 3 languages. Then we have tobacco prevention, and then we're going to talk about parents' right to know that pertains to Title I schools. So again, I thank you guys for taking time to come with us or join us tonight. I know it's a school night. I know we have to get up and go to work in the morning, but I want to thank you guys, and remember to stay connected with Title I, with our Title I Neighborhood Resource Center's web classroom page on Remind. If you text at Title I NRC to 81010, you can connect with us and get all the latest information. So thanks, everybody. I hope you enjoyed tonight's presentation. Thank you to the CIS. Thank you to the parents. Thank you again, Mr. Casey. Thank you to Dr. Branch and Miss Blanchard for joining us. Those are our partners in crime at the Title I Neighborhood Resource Center. And Bella, I see you were able to join us. Yay, congratulations. I'm so glad you're able to join us. So now you know what to let your parents know, right? All right, guys. And thank you, Miss Cleo, again.
Thank you, guys. And be continue being awesome parents, Miss Randy, Miss Branch. We love you guys, Miss Starford. Thank you guys very much. Keep up the good work, parents. We love you. Keep up the good work.
Yes, and I see Mr. Brito, Jerome. We miss you. I see you.
Mr. Brito.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to all our wonderful CISs, and we will see you tomorrow. Look out for that email. I'll probably send it tomorrow, okay?
Bye. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye, Tracy.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.